dip into black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see the girls, the fire dressed in their summer stones.
You can see it. You see it.
Oh, my God. I see a life of cars in there.
You play for all time.
Flowers and my love hope never to come back. I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. I see my baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door eyes fighting into the light. Fade away, stop and face the facts. Easy facing up when your whole world is black. No more will my green cigar turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening. Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. Let's not play too much of that. I don't want to get knocked off. It is Monday. I just figured I'll start doing maybe a live stream on Monday night if I get some time. And I got a couple things to talk about tonight, especially if you follow my Instagram. There's a couple things that I think are worth taking a look at. I did pour I'm about to pour myself a nice little old fashioned. I love this little drink here. They use Buffalo Trace as the bourbon in this. So, man, it's so good. Anybody that likes like a good bourbon or an old fashioned. The only thing is I need to get a cedar plank, and I need to start doing a smoked old fashioned, where you burn the cedar plank, you trap the smoke with the glass, and then you lift it up and you pour the drink in. I've made old fashions and I can't make them as good as this. So I'll just buy the mix. It's so much better. So here's to everybody in the chat. We're going to have a good time tonight. I'm going to be on maybe an hour or two. We'll see how long I can go. We're going to talk about a few things, some cool specs that are coming up, some exclusives. We're going to talk about a book that I mentioned on Instagram this morning that I think you may want to look for, especially in dollar bins or in back issue bins. eBay, it's going to be a little expensive because I think all the cheap stuff is being bought out. So it's going to be a little bit tougher to find on eBay for a good deal. So we'll go over that. So first off, the last couple years, definitely one of the most important characters in the DC universe anyways, or important villains, is the Batman Who Laughs, right? So this is the A cover for number 12. I have one A cover in nice high grade. I think the day I bought it off eBay for $30. This was one of these books that super low print run. I mean, if you didn't have this pre-ordered or if you didn't go to your shop Wednesday morning, everybody knew this book was going to be hot right away. So it was just one of those books that was hard to find. I paid $30 at the time on eBay, and I cringed that I was paying that much for a brand new book that had just came out. I thought it was nuts to do this. Obviously, now I don't think so. And then also I got the B cover, which I remember at one time the B cover went for a little bit more, believe it or not, than the A cover. People don't seem to think that that's possible, but it was. The B cover was a little harder to find. A cover goes for more now, right? So this is a good lesson. If you're not sure which cover you should buy, either buy the cover that has him on the cover, right? So there he was. This was a kind of, the cover to make sure you bought. I wish I had bought 2 A covers instead of this one, because I think this one sells for probably at least 20 to 30% less than the regular A cover. But just a beautiful book. Definitely one of the best first appearances in the last few years. I would put that up with any other major villain, even up there with Null. Then this was a foil version. I think it came out later that year. It was I can't remember. There's a couple sites that were selling this. I can't remember where I bought this from, but it's a foil version. It's basically kind of like a reprint foil version. I don't know if they consider it a reprint, but it sells around $40 to $50, I think. But there it is, foil version. And then there's also the second print. I bought a couple copies of this, so I do have two nice copies of the second print. I think this sells for good money too. $30 to $40 pretty easily, right, for the second print. I don't know what the print run is on the second print. I'm sure Infamous could tell us in a few minutes. He seems to do that. But I think the regular number 12 A cover was a pretty low print run to begin with. I'm going to say 20,000, 25,000 print run. It was pretty low. Teen Titans was not a book that was heavily ordered. I think a lot of people got caught off guard that this was the first full appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. So we're going to talk about the fact that he does appear in another issue prior to Teen Titans number 12. A lot of people may not be aware of this, but we're gonna highlight that tonight. Obviously, this came out a little later as well. Batman Who Laughs, the one shot. I think I have. I'm showing 2 copies here, but I think I have like 4 or 5 copies of this. So, I definitely loaded up when it came out, all for cover. Cool cover. Just one of those. It's cool read, awesome book. I think it sells around $20 to $25. I mean, I don't think this book goes for any big money, but still, people still want this book. It's his first time in his own title. But the book I'm talking about tonight. Oh, one other thing. This is my favorite cover, by the way, of the Batman Who Laughs. I know there's a lot of covers of him now, but that is by far my favorite. I use that also on my Instagram account. That's the photo, or is it? No, my YouTube channel. Is it my YouTube channel or my Instagram account? I think it's my Instagram account. Yeah, I use this for my Instagram account. I love this. This is one of my favorite covers of all time. I bought this for $50, maybe a year and a half ago, $50. I found a really good deal on it. This normally sells raw for about $200. Most copies that you'll see nowadays are graded. I rarely see a raw copy for sale on eBay. Most of these now are all graded, not 9.6, 9.8, usually around that range. But probably this is the sickest freaking cover ever. I mean, it's dark, it's demented, it's the fish hook. I mean, it's just one of the creepiest, awesome images I've ever seen on a comic book. So, and it's Matina. So I love this book. I love this cover. I mean, I know there's a kind of a foil convention that's kind of a reprint of that they did. They also, I think they did a second printing, black and white. I can't remember if these were convention. They were something to do with these. They were conventions. They're not really second prints, but yeah, they're kind of like second prints, I guess, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's not the one that everyone wants is the Virgin original by Matina. That was sold, I think, originally through Frankie's Comics, if I'm not mistaken. So I missed it when it came out, but there was a guy selling a bunch of them on eBay about a year and a half ago for $50 a piece. I should have bought like 2 or 3 of them. I only bought one. Yeah, well, it was never that price again. It's always been a lot higher since then. So the book I'm talking about tonight is, and I don't have the book I really want to show. I ordered a bunch of them in the last few days. But Dark Days, the casting. So this is, I think, the A foil cover. There's several different covers to this book. The one I am talking about is, let me pull it up here real quick. And I know there's several different covers, so let me pull that up. Let me share my screen real quick, and I'll get to everybody in the chat in a second. I want to make sure I recognize people in the chat. Let me just pull up. We'll pull up eBay. I guess that's the easiest way to do it. We'll see what's still for sale. All right. Okay, the book in particular I'm talking about that I'm saying is a good speculation. It's not this one. This is, all right, this one says the casting, now this is the cover by Romita Jr., who I'm not a big fan of his art, by the way. So it's not like I'm in love with this this cover, but this cover doesn't really, you know, it says here silver foil, asking $35. So let me look in the description if this, yeah, okay. So it is the San Diego Comic-Con variant. This seller does not have a good picture of the book. It's missing the bottom. So you want to make sure you're buying the right book. So this is the right one, $35. My prediction is more and more people are going to realize that this book is important. It's technically the first cameo appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Here's a 9.8 for sale. That's the one I just showed you because that's not the book. So the one I'm saying to go for is the San Diego Comic-Con convention foil variant. You know, there's a director's cut. You know, there's, if you go through here, there's the regular B cover by Andy Kubert. I'm not talking about that one. There's the one I showed you, which is, you know, the foil cover done by Jim Lee, I believe, did that. I'm not talking about that one. That's the standard foil cover. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking at. The San Diego Comic-Con silver foil exclusive. So real quick, if you look at the bottom left-hand corner, you will see what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't zoom in on this thing. Yeah, but you can kind of see, this is not a good picture of it. Let me see if I can find one that allows me to zoom. So there looks like there's 2 for sale right now. Yeah, so you want to make sure. Yeah, here's one other one, San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, see, this one's just a stock photo. It's you got to make sure in the bottom left corner it says convention exclusive. So some people are getting confused. I was a little confused in the beginning as well. And maybe here's a better picture. And this one's sold. And let me see if I can click on the picture. Yeah, there we can zoom. Okay. So you can see in the bottom, it says convention exclusive at the very bottom. It's a little hard to read because of the foil. Make sure you're buying the convention exclusive because I know the print run on that is a lot lower. You know, I think this was like a $15 to $20 book when it first came out. And now you expect to pay $30 to $40. I mean, I think the under $50 price tag is going to be gone at some point. You know, if I'm mentioning it on Instagram, and I'm not the first one that came up with this. I mean, I saw it on somebody else's feed, and I couldn't remember who posted it. I wanted to give credit to the person I saw it from. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're not the first one either. But you know, this has been sort of I don't know, not well known, but sort of known that he does show up at the end of the book. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. think it's the very last panel. Yeah. So in the book, you're learning about Barbados, who is gathering his forces to fight the Justice League. And at the last panel, the last two panels, basically, the last page, there is the Dark Knights, right? The Dark Knights are coming, and there's Batman Who Laughs right there. He's in the far left side of the page. So that's his first cameo appearance. Obviously, it's not a full appearance. He's pictured there kind of in shadow, but you know it's him. You basically can tell that's the Batman Who Laughs. So this book, I think, is a little undervalued, especially the San Diego Comic-Con variant. I could see that being a $60, $70, maybe $80 book. And I think just, the regular Jim Lee foil will probably go up a little bit as well. But the San Diego Comic-Con one, in my opinion, is the one to get because it's got to be a lot lower print run. Maybe Infamous can look up the print run for us on that. I'm assuming it's in the low, maybe 1 to 5,000 range. I don't know, somewhere in there. It's got to be a lot lower than the regular issues. So that's kind of good long-term speculation. I think is to have the cameo appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. I think that's a smart thing to have in your collection. And who knows if that book, rises more and more in price. I think everyone is going to be wanting that San Diego Comic-Con variant. So that's the one I would look for. I bought a copy last night for $30 shipped. And I found some website. I think they're sold out now, but I found a website out there that was still selling them around $11 a piece. And I think if you spent more than $40, I don't think I paid shipping on it either. So, man, I hope I get those books. I mean, sometimes when you order from a website and the book heats up, all of a sudden, you get an email from that person, from that website saying, "Oh, sorry, our website isn't up to date. We're out of stock on that item." I mean, that's happened to me a lot of times. I'm hoping this time it doesn't happen because I got 4 copies for like $11 a piece. So it was like $46 shipped. I didn't even pay shipping costs. So, yeah, we'll see if I get it. Hopefully I do. So I could end up having 5 copies of that book for not a lot of money. And I think down the road, that could be a book that, I don't think it's going to blow up. It's not going to be worth as much as Teen Titans 12. So don't at all think I'm saying that. I'm not. But I think that is an undervalued book that you could see appreciate quite a bit more in the coming years. All right, so in the chat, we got Luis Ramirez 504. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you, Luis. We got Bubs Collects. I was watching Bub's live stream earlier today, a little bit. He had a nice live stream going with a couple other collectors. We got Manny the Comic Collector. Good to see you, Manny. We got Agent J.R. Ewing. Yes, I am wearing the Bruce Lee t-shirt. No doubt about it. Yeah, there was I think somebody was cluing me in. There was an auction on a Bruce Lee cover, and I think I forgot about it. Yeah, I did. Sold for $60. I may have to look for that. I may have to look for that one again. I missed on it. Let's see here. Infamous, he's a moderator, so if he will kick you out if he doesn't like what you have to say. I've empowered Infamous with that power. Good to see Sean. What's going on, Sean? Good to see you in the chat. Yes, we are Infamous. We are going to look at that Scorpion exclusive. Scorpion Comics, man. It's like, I don't know, I think like the last 5 books I've bought from them have all sold out within like 2 or 3 minutes. That's how I know that the comic book market right now is very bubblish. It's very, a lot of people are speculating. And I think a lot of it has to do with what's going on in the world. A lot of people aren't going to comic book shops. you know, they're because of this virus issue. You know, a lot of people aren't really going out, so they're on their computer and they're speculating and they're buying stuff on eBay. And I'm sure eBay is doing very well, at least selling collectibles right now, because it seems like there's a lot of people. I'm one of them. I mean, I'm buying a lot of stuff on eBay as well. My eBay account is going insane. So yeah, we're gonna show that here in a few minutes. Yeah, Louis Ramirez. Yeah, Silent Hill. I love that. That was a great. God, that came out a couple years ago, didn't it? That Silent Hill video game. Yeah, that's right. They did use that song. It's awesome. Cameron D's in the house. Hey, Cameron. I haven't seen Cameron in a while in the chats. Good to see you, my friend. I think sometimes these late night chats might be better for a lot of people because I normally do them pretty early in the day, you know, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I know people are still coming home from work and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to do later night streams. So by the way, everybody, I have confirmed on Thursday, Ryan Brown, the artist Ryan Brown, is going to be on my channel on a live stream chat. I think we're going to do like 5, 6 o'clock his time, which will be, he's 5 hours ahead. So if it's 6 o'clock, it's going to be about 1 o'clock my time, 1 p.m. So it'll be in the afternoon, early afternoon. I know that's not the ideal time, but he does live in Belfast. And that's kind of, you know, I told him I would work for, you know, at a time that's absolutely best for him, you know, and I realize most people might be watching it on playback instead of streaming, but I'm going to let everybody know ahead of time. So if you guys can show up, you know, I know there's 5 to 10 of you that are pretty regular on my channel, you know, so if you're able, and if you're able to tune in, that would be great. I'll let you know. I'll let you know exactly the time of the live stream. I'm going to confirm with him probably tomorrow or Wednesday. So it'll be a Thursday show. He's committed to coming on the show. He's going to have a drink. I'm going to pour a drink, and we're just going to chat about comics and art. And you know, I know a little bit about art, so it should be a good interview. I think it'll be lively and entertaining. And I'm going to pick his brain on how he comes up with a lot of these illustrations, and I'm going to just pull up his Instagram account, and we're going to I'm going to go through stuff he's done right on his Instagram. So it should be pretty fun. So yeah, you guys will enjoy it. Let's see here. What else we got? Sean always finds the good deals. Man, $1. That's awesome. Paid $40 for his first copy. Yeah, I think when that San Diego Comic-Con book came out, it was expensive. But I think under 40 is a pretty good price at this point. I think that book is going to probably be $60 to $80 range at some point. Let's see here. Oh, Teen Titans 12. Yeah. Teen Titans 12 is a huge book. I mean, I don't ever remember it below $30. I mean, I was probably the week it came out that Wednesday. I think I didn't really know about it until the weekend. So by the time I found out about it, yeah, it was already pretty much a $30 to $40 book on eBay. And it really never went down. It just kept going up. So I'm glad I made the decision to at least buy one copy. You know, I wish I had bought more, but yeah. Pope Cerebus says, what is another book like that? Teen Titans number 12. I think the book that's dropping tomorrow is going to be like a Teen Titans 12. Dark Knight's Death Metal, Legends of the Dark Knight number 1. I think that book's going to be hot. From what I understand, it's the first full appearance of King Robin, and it's going to be first full appearance of the Darkest Night. So you've got 2 major appearances in that book, plus I think it's first appearance of the T-Rex Batman. I don't know what his name is, what he's called, but Yeah, there's a lot of first appearances. That's going to be, to me, that book is going to be this year's hottest book besides Hell Arisen 3. And I said that a while ago. I posted that on Instagram a week or two ago. I kind of mentioned that book before. So that to me is going to be the biggest book of 2020. I think will be that Dark Knight's Legends of the Dark Knight. I think there are some people out there that don't want it to be. Maybe Key Collector. I think there's some people in the comic book community that want Dark Knight's Death Metal 3 to be the important book, but it's not going to be. I mean, it'll still be a good book to have. It'll be a second appearance of the Robin King and a second appearance of the Darkest Night, but the print run on that book is huge, hundreds of thousands of copies, maybe 200,000 copies of that A cover will be printed. So, plus you have how many multiple covers on that book? You know, it's just, to me, it's no doubt about it. You know, and I predicted the Hell Arisen when Batman 89 came out. Everyone went crazy on Batman 89, and then as soon as everyone heard that Punchline was going to be in Hell Arisen 3, I saw the panels of Punchline in Batman 89, and I thought, well, that's just a cameo. That is not first full appearance. Hell Arisen 3 is going to be first full appearance. And I was right. That's exactly what happened. And I told people right when that book came out, I said, Hell Arisen 3 is the book. I mean, you can go look at my live stream on the week that book dropped. I know I talked about it exactly that week. And I remember telling people, go buy Hell Arisen 3. And I think back then it was maybe a $30 book, $25, $30 book. I said, that's the book that's going to be hot down the road. And I was right. It's worth at least twice what Batman 89 is worth. So, yeah, that's the market for you. First full appearance with a lower print run is always going to be worth more, in my opinion. So, I mean, it's not always the case, but usually print runs, they matter. They definitely matter. And one-shots are never going to have print runs like a regular series, because people are all going to have Death Metal 3 on their pull list. But a lot of people are not putting those one-shots on their pull list. So that's just the way it goes. All right. I know there's more stuff to look at in the chat. Let's move over to, let me share my screen again. Let me get back to, I want to look at a couple of exclusives. I do want to review last week's Covrprice. I don't think I really went into that. So we'll talk about some books that have recently been moving. So let me go to my Instagram. It's the easiest way to look at stuff. All right, let me go into Scorpion. Go to Scorpion Comics page. And there we go. This is their exclusive coming out on Wednesday. 6 p.m., $20. It's not going to be a trade dress, which I'm glad it's just the trade dress. I wouldn't want to own this cover in a Virgin. I think it looks way better the way it is presented here. It's basically an exact replica of Spider-Man #1, the Todd McFarlane famous run that he did back in, what was that, 1990? When was that? When did that come out? He left right after that series of Spider-Man that he did. He left Marvel and formed Image and formed Spawn. It had to be like early 90s, right? Like 91, 92. I'm going to guess early 90s, 91, 92, something like that. I think they formed Image in 1993 or 4. Yeah, I can't. It was right in that early 90s. So I love this cover. Crane, it's a beautiful cover by Crane. He did a great job, great homage to the Todd father. I think it's a great image. I like it. It's only $20. I like that it's cheap. You know, it's a $20 book. You know, I don't like buying reprints normally, so it's a reprint of Spider-Man #1. I just like it though. It's a cool Crane cover. I think it's going to do well. We just don't know what the print run is. I have no idea if, 500 print run, 1,000. I don't know. I'm going to assume it's at least 1,000. So I don't think this book is going to sell out real quick. I don't think you have to worry about being on there right at 6 p.m. If I'm not there right at 6, I'm going to miss getting this. They're not indicating the print run here. So I don't think the print run is super, super low. I think it's going to be fairly high. Maybe 1,000, maybe 3,000. Hopefully it's at least 3,000 so people can get their hands on this issue. But I think eventually in a week or so, it might sell out in a week or two. Enough people find out about it. I just like it. I'm buying it because I like the cover. It's a reprint. I don't think the value is going to be, I don't see the value going up a lot. I think in the short term, the value could, just because everything's nuts right now. I like the art. So I'm going to buy it for the art. I'm not buying it because I think it's going to appreciate. So that's my answer on that. So I don't think that's a great speculation. I just think it's a nice art buy, right? Agent J.R. Ewing. Oh, he bought. Yeah, I know a lot of you follow me on Instagram. So sometimes if I post something, you guys you'll message me on Instagram right away, like, oh, should I really buy this? Yeah, and I respond to everybody. So if you ever want to ask me a question on Instagram, I definitely will respond. Or on YouTube, you could post a question to me on YouTube. Either way, I'll always respond to you. But yeah, I think that casting book could be a good one. Pope Sirba says, at one time, John Romita Jr. was not bad at all, and then something told him to change his style. Yeah, he definitely got more boxy. I think his heads and a lot of his style kind of did alter a little bit. Yeah, I don't hate his artwork. I just, it's not my favorite. Let's put it that way. It's a tough business. DT says a lot of websites have the casting as the first appearance of Batman Who Laughs. I mean, I think it is. You can clearly identify that it's him in that list of characters. But yeah, it's cameo, however you want to, cameo, first appearance, however you want to label it. Yeah, I definitely think it's a key book. And it's not getting key book prices, right? I think the price on that book is a little undervalued. Infamous says there was a time I considered it his first appearance as well, but the market said otherwise. Yeah. Well, I think the market changes, and I think stuff gets hotter later down the road. So I think this casting, I mean, if it doesn't get hot in the next few weeks or a month, that's fine. I think down the road, a year or 2, 3 years, whenever, if DC does a movie with the Batman Who Laughs and he shows up in a trailer, yeah, I mean, everything connected to him is going to go crazy, right? So just look at Miles Morales. I mean, I've got his second appearance, which was Spider-Man #1, Ultimate Spider-Man #1. I mean, that was like a $10 book, and I just looked on eBay. It's a $150 book now. So, what seems like, oh, that'll never go up in value, can easily go up in value very quickly overnight. So, I'm sure there were a lot of people that have sold that book in the last couple of years for very low money that are kicking themselves now because it's a big book now. So I think the same thing could potentially happen with Batman Who Laughs. I think if you ever see him in a trailer, DC decides to do a movie based on this multiverse, he's going to be involved. And as soon as you see him on a trailer or there's any information released saying, yeah, we plan on putting him in a movie, yeah, Teen Titans 12 is going to go crazy. Anything associated with Batman Who Laughs is going to go nuts. So I'm telling you guys, try to get some copies now for your personal collection. At least one copy to buy and hold, and just make sure you have it, because that's what I think is going to happen down the road. All right. Yeah, Manny says the DM3 was way overprinted, especially that cardstock King Robin. Yeah, they released that so early. Yeah, I agree. I think people will still want that Federici cover. It's a beautiful cover. I love it. I mean, I love the cover on it. But I agree. I don't think the value is going to be anywhere near as good as the Legends book. I think the Legends book is going to be legendary. No doubt about it. Sean says, okay, one of the Goblin Robins is elevated to a Robin King. So isn't the first Robin Goblin going to be Teen Titans number 12? Well, that's a good point. That is a good point. I think the market's going to value not the real first, because you don't really know which one it is, right? I mean, you can't look back at Teen Titans 12 and say, oh yeah, he could be one of those Robins, right? Maybe he isn't though. I don't think it's gonna. I think Teen Titans 12 is going to do well on its own because of the Batman Who Laughs, but I still think Legends is going to be the key point that you're going to want to look for is regarding Robin King, no doubt about it. That there's a small, tiny little cameo of him in Death Metal 2, and then boom, Legends is the first full. So Legends is going to be the book, and then second appearance will be Death Metal 3. So yeah, just make sure you have those books. I think they're all going to do pretty well, but Legends should be the book that I think everyone's going to want to get. And eBay prices have sort of already let us know that, right? We kind of know that at this point. Yeah, so let's so I showed you guys the Spider-Man cover that's coming. Obviously, Scorpion was promoting the crap out of it for a while here. It's not a cover. It's not an exclusive that I think is going to go crazy like, obviously the Vampirilla one. I mean, that one went nuts. That sold out in like 2 minutes, and it's more than double what you would have paid for it. So I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think the price on that Spider-Man cover is going to go crazy. Because it's mainly because it has I think a lot bigger print run. That Vampirilla had like 100. I think the black and white's limited to 100. So yeah, it's going to be expensive. But I mean, if you look at all these exclusives, this Power Rangers one sold out in like 2 or 3 minutes. This Dracula one sold out, I think, within an hour. I think within the hour it sold out. This G.I. Joe Cobra Commander by Delato, that sold out, I think, in about 5 minutes. Yeah, I forgot they had this Lock and Key by Momoko as well. So yeah, I mean, I think like the last 5 covers, even this Venom, what was this? Venom 27, those Delato sets, they sold out really quick. At least the Virgin did. So, it seems like the last 6 exclusive covers have sold out by Scorpion. So, if you guys like exclusive covers, you better make sure that you have Scorpion Comics saved on your Instagram, and make sure you get notifications because, yeah, they seem to do really well. I mean, I've been very, very fortunate on some of the stuff I've gotten from them. So, all right. Let's see here. Infamous says the market right now is so spec sensitive. It is, no doubt about it. I mean, Momoko right now is super hot. I don't know. Maybe 6 months from now, a year from now, some of that stuff might come back down to earth. Yeah, I mean there was even that Legends book. A week ago? I think the end of last week, there were people buying it in that $400 to $500 range, and now it's $200. So you got to be real careful. The fear of missing out grips a lot of people, and it's tough. I mean, it's just, you got to be very careful. Don't get too excited. That's my advice on, try to plan ahead if you can. Make sure, pre-order your books. Try to read as much as you can on the previews. I mean, a lot of us that are speculating on final order cutoffs, or we're speculating on ratio variants. The ratio variants are tough because you don't find out about them sometimes until pretty late, till right before final order cutoff, and it's tough to get that planned, right? I mean, you can maybe work a deal out with a shop owner and say, hey, I'll buy 25, I'll buy 50 copies of this book if you can give me, the exclusive cover, the 1 in 50 for Covrprice. I mean, if you're going to buy 50 books at Covrprice minus maybe some slight discount, they might be willing to do that, but it's tough. It's tough to know ahead of time. So, the biggest advice I have for people is, and I try to read as much as I can, but I don't read it as thoroughly as I should. The previews that come out every month, that give you advance notice on books that are coming out. A lot of times those previews, they'll have little paragraphs in there, and they'll give you clues that, yeah, this might be a first appearance in this issue. So, you just have to do a real thorough job, and it's work. I mean, it is. So the other thing you can do is just watch YouTube channels that try to give you the information a little ahead of time. Make sure you're subscribed on Instagram to people that tend to give you that information maybe a little bit ahead of everybody else. That's kind of the thing that I do. I mean, I follow other people to try to get information as well. Yeah, so there's Scorpion Comics. They're a good site. The other website I've told you guys about is exclusivecomics.com. No, that's not it. What is it? Exclusive comic books. Is that wrong? Damn. Well, their site got knocked down already. Let me look. I have it on my phone, probably. Oh, exclusive variants. Damn it. That's what it is. I know I've showed you guys this before. Exclusive variants.com. Yeah, that's a good website name. I should have created my own exclusive variant website. What's going on here? I think their website is. Oh, maybe something's wrong here. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, if you hit shop, it'll show you kind of what's coming out. They're tied into Frankie's, several of the different websites. Yeah, I probably should have bought that Mercado. I like that Mercado's work. I sent an Instagram message to him. I'm going to see if he'll come on my channel. Miguel Mercado. Yeah, let me see there. He did a pretty cool 1 in 10 ratio for that book. I kind of like that. And it is sold out. Looks like one of the websites that's selling it. 7 Secrets #1, I think he was doing. Yeah. So I did send a message out to him. We'll see if he reaches out to me. I don't know. I'd like to have him on the show. I like it. I'm digging his artwork. He's got there's a couple previews books that I bought, or one of them I bought that he's doing the cover for, and they don't have the image for it yet. I'm just kind of hoping it's good. But if you go to his Instagram, he's excellent. I like his art. But yeah, exclusive variants, that's a good website to go to if you're not sure, like, what variants are coming out this week that I'm not aware of. A lot of time they'll have like a little bit of a breakdown here. So one of the books by Al Ewing is We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Number 1, the N. Hook Lee variant. That one looks pretty cool. A beautiful coloring on that book. Look at that. Wow. I guess is it glow in the dark? Jesus. That's pretty cool. $30. I don't know if this is exclusive. Looks like it may be an exclusive. Yeah. Acetate. So it's an acetate cover for $30. That might be worth getting. Is that the back of the book or the front? Oh, I see. So it's this cover. This is what the cover looks like, obviously in daylight. And then if you turn the lights off, it looks like this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I kind of like that. $30. Oh, you guys can't see the screen, can you? I'm like trying to show you. I'm sharing the wrong screen. So you're seeing part of it here. Let me move it over. Hold on a second. Let me see if I shared the right one. Yeah, there we go. All right, so the website is State of Comics. State of Comics collectibles. They have this for $30. This is a Boom Studios comic book. We Only Find Them When They're Dead. It's an N. Hook Lee glow acetate exclusive cover. I mean, I kind of like that. It looks like this, right, in the light, and then you turn the lights off, and then it looks like that. I mean, that's pretty cool. I like that. I don't like all of N. Hook Lee's art, but I like that one. I don't know. I may have to pull the trigger on that. Yeah, I like it. So we're going to do that right now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. I like that book. I talked myself into it. What can I tell you? Yeah, so as I've done many times in the past, I'm literally buying a comic book that I talk about right on my channel. So I think that book's going to be hot. It's Al Ewing. A lot of people like his stories. It looks interesting. I think the premise of the story is this pirate type character is mining from dead celestials, I guess, like godlike beings. But instead he's looking for a live one or something like that. I mean, it sounds like a really cool concept. So there's also a really cool Jenny Frison 1 in 50 cover that I pre-ordered and bought. Or it's a 1 in 25? I think it's a 1 in 25. No. It's a 1 in 50. It is a 1 in 50 that I think is going to be a hot book. So yeah, I kind of like this book. N. Hook Lee, Glow in the Dark, $30. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty cool. The Frison, I think, is my favorite still, but I think that might be worth grabbing. We'll see. All right. What was the other thing I was going to show you guys? Oh yeah, we're going to do the Covrprice review. Let me do that real quick. Let's see here. There we go. Week in review. I put a link on my description of their website. So if you guys need to locate the website for Covrprice, it is in the description below. Let me pull that up here, share my screen. All right, there we go. Let me blow this up a tad more. Welcome to Covrprice Weekly Newsletter. This week we go green with a bunch of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle market movement. And we call out some super hot retail exclusives, talk about another green series from Kevin Smith is working on, and enjoy. So let's go through it. Movers and shakers. Marvel Now, point one. Number one, this is looks like first and second print. First full appearance of Kamala Khan. Looks like the 1 in 75 variant this past week sold for $3,750 for a 9.8. Wow. Holy crap. That's a lot of money. The first print saw a big raw sale of $99 and an all-time high of $800 for a CGC 9.8. And the second print is already outpacing the first price with a raw sale of $524 and $1,250 for a CGC 9.8. Wow. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Kamala Khan. I get it that she'll probably at some point be in a Marvel movie or in a Marvel TV show or something. Just not one of my favorite characters. I don't know. I don't have that book in my collection, unfortunately, and yeah, I mean, it's going for crazy money. Kind of wish I did. Next one is The Boys, Dear Becky, number one, the 4th of July variant. I did miss this. I have a buddy that I sold. I do have the original copy of this, though, not the 4th of July version, but the original Raphael Grazzetti, I think his name is. Yeah, Raphael Grazzetti. That was a Scorpion Comics. This one was limited to 56 copies. I know the gentleman that has copy number 1 of 56. He's a buddy of mine. I'm friends with him on Facebook. Nice kid, nice young kid, and he loves The Boys. He loves Homelander. This kid, he wears Homelander T-shirts. I've never seen anybody more into The Boys than this kid, and he has a copy. He has number 1 of 56. So. Unfortunately, I missed this book. I do have the original that was, I think, limited to 300 copies. I mean, that's still an expensive book. It's still a $200 book. But man, yeah, this was a $250 original buy-in. You know, you bought this, it would get graded. You had to wait for it to be graded. And now they're selling for about $930. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool cover. I like Grazzetti. That's his first published comic book art, is the cover of The Boys, Dear Becky, number one. You're going to see a lot more of his art. If you go check out his Instagram, he's really, really good. So expect to see a lot more covers from him in the future. And again, another Scorpion Comics exclusive that, what a surprise, sells out and is worth a hell of a lot more than the original price. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about buying exclusives. Next one is Evil Ernie number one from Malibu Press from 1991. First appearance of Evil Ernie. I'm not into this character. I don't really give two shits about Evil Ernie. And I guess it's also Lady Death's first appearance. So, I understand the significance of this book. High grade copy. It's a black cover. Yeah, it's very, very tough to find this in high grade. It looks like one just sold, a 9.8 just sold for about $2,000. Back in March, a 9.8 could be had for less than $1,000. So obviously some of these indie books are going crazy. The Crow is another one, obviously, that's going nuts. But yeah, Evil Ernie, there you go. So if you're into that character, that genre, that might be one to look for. But yeah, that's way out of my price range. Next one is Invincible Iron Man #7, the third print, which I have that in first print. Guess I never thought about why I would want to buy a third print, but obviously I need to start thinking about that because I'm pretty sure when I bought the first print, the third print probably was not very expensive. Raw copy just sold for $69, and a 9.8 just sold for $400. So you're seeing some pretty good price movement on the third print. Yeah. So it says here, go dig in those back issue bins. It definitely could be one of those books you could see easily sitting in a back issue bin for pretty cheap. Next one is Invincible Iron Man #9 and the Chris Torkout Apocalypse variant. I do own the Torkout variant, which has gone insane. I can't believe it's worth that much. But a 9.8 of the one I own just sold for $1,350 this past week. And I think my copy is a 9.8. It's pretty nice. It's in a Mylar. It's in really, really good shape. Yeah, it makes me think maybe I should get that graded and I should sell it. The only reason for me to get it graded would be because I want to sell it. And I'm trying to think, what could I use that $1,350 for, right? Maybe by the time I get it graded and get it back, it'll be $1,500 for that book. Roz is selling around $300. So yeah, I agree with Covrprice. Grading is definitely worth your time to do. So if you want to sell that book, think about it. The Roz are selling for $300 and a 9.8 sold for $1,350. So getting it graded, if it ends up coming up a 9.8, that adds $1,000 to the book. That's huge. Huge, huge, huge. 3 times the value. So yeah. I'm thinking about it right now. Maybe I should do that. I have that book, pretty high. I think it's a 9.8, my copy, but obviously you never know. But yeah, that book's on the move. So yeah, if you got that in your collection, this might be the time to pull it out and grade it. I have to give myself the advice on that. I don't know what I'm going to do there. Next one is Miles Morales, Spider-Man #6. First appearance of Starling. I did buy this as well. I didn't get it for cover. I think I missed it for Covrprice when this first came out. I think I paid like $10 for it. I didn't pay too much though. I think I paid around $10 for it. Selling at a 9.8 for about $120 and $40 raw. So this is the Vulture's granddaughter. Yeah, so you never know. Maybe she'll show up in something. Who knows? I think first appearances are always nice to collect and have in your personal collection. Next one is Point One, #1 from Marvel. With all the talk about Nova and the eventual introduction of either Richard Rider or Sam Alexander, the collector market is simply buying both. This first appearance of Sam started picking up over the past week. Raw copies are around $15. The Bradshaw 1 in 25 variant jumped from $20 to $47 this week, and the 1 in 100 sketch variant, which had a sale back in July for $540 for a 9.8. That book could go nuts. However, at this point, it's a pricey gamble. The 1 in 25 and standard cover are a safer bet right now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Nova's not a real interesting character to me. I don't know why people ever. I don't know. I don't think the character's that interesting to me. I don't know. I've never really been into Nova. Like if Nova shows up in a comic book, I'm not excited to see him. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Nothing against, hey, if you guys own a bunch of first appearances of Nova, that's awesome. But I just never really got into the character, I guess. Next one is Raphael, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 from 1985. This is the first appearance of Casey, I think it is, right? Whatever his name is, the guy with the bat. He's on the cover there too. This is one of these books. It's oversized. It's magazine sized. I don't know. I guess there was a third print, which sold for $1,500. Wow. That's in raw condition. It's crazy. I mean, I've never seen the Turtles this popular in my 30 years of collecting comic books. I mean, that first Turtles book has always been expensive. I mean, it's been expensive for a long time, but the amount of hype and people that are really interested in the Turtles right now is the highest I've ever seen. So, yeah, I mean, if you've got these books, I know Comic Kid 84 has that book. I remember him showing that off once in one of his live streams. So, yeah, I mean, this might be, if you've got a raw copy you think might be high grade, this might be the time to get it graded. Prices are going crazy right now on that. Snake Eyes, Dead Game #1, the Hulk 181 image. Limited to only 1,000. Man, this was a $15 book. Where the hell did this come out? That's one I missed. Now selling for $170. Wow. Yeah, you can't usually go wrong with cover swipes, right? Especially Hulk 181. I mean, how many cover swipes has that book been done? I mean, probably in the thousands. But this was limited to 1,000 copies. Yeah, I mean, I bought the Delato one, which I think has done well. I mean, I think I paid $60 for the Delato. And I'm pretty sure that goes for pretty decent money now. I may have it. Let's see if I have it. I may have it in my box right here. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I do. I do. So I picked up the Snake Eyes. Oh no, it's not the Snake Eyes. I forgot. This is not the Snake Eyes. This is the it's a Snake Eyes book, but I think it's a G.I. Joe Snake Eyes book, but I think it's the silent. Was it the silent something? Complete Silence, yeah. So I did pick those up from Scorpion, and they've more than doubled, I think, in price, which is cool. But yeah, that 181, I wish I had picked that up. I like that cover. I like how they made it look old too, like looks like it's weathered. Next one is Spider-Man 2099. Oh, this is a book that I wish I had thought about buying in the past. I probably had looked at it before. White cover, man, I like the cover. I like it a lot better than the red cover. It's pretty cool. It's a second print from Toy Biz. Obviously, the print run on this is way, way lower. It was bundled with a Spider-Man 2099 action figure. So the print run's got to be way, way lower. 2 raws sold for $275 and $306 this past week, which are the highest raw copies that have ever sold for. In the past, high-grade raws have hit around $150, though most copies in the most common VF plus shape have sold for $75 to $100. To add to those sales, the CDC 98 also hit a new high of $1,000. Wow. Yep, that book's on fire. I mean, he's going to be in the next Spider-Verse movie, Spider-Man 2099, so I'm sure the prices are only going to get hotter at that point. TMT number 101, the Weaver 1 in 10 variant. Again, all things Turtles are going crazy. This was a $10 to $20 book. Now selling raw for $51, and a 9.8 just sold for $240. Crazy. I guess it's the first appearance of both Mona Lisa and Lita, the albino turtle. So there you go. First appearances. Next one is Teen Titans 12. We just talked about that at the beginning of the show. With all the market interest in the Robin King this week, interest in the Batman Who Laughs has also spiked. A raw hit an all new height of $247, and a 9.8 just sold for $800. Out of all the Miles, Silk, Null, Spider-Gwen, Black Winter, Batman Beyond, etc. heat, hopefully everyone is enjoying this market fever. Covrprice has it nailed. It's exactly what it is. It's market fever. It's a bubble right now. At some point, I think prices will come down. I think it's a little nuts. I mean, I'm happy to see it. I own that book. I got a nice high grade copy. I don't know if it's a 9.8 or not, but you know, I don't want to sell it. So if I was really looking to sell it, I would definitely get it graded. Right? That's a big jump from $250 to $800. But yeah, I see. You know, it's kind of a no brainer. Batman Who Laughs is going to be a hot title, and don't be surprised if Covrprice talks about the casting, Dark Days of the casting at some point. That's the first cameo appearance of Batman Who Laughs. So don't be surprised if you see that on one of these lists here eventually. First appearance of Mighty Mouse. I don't know why anyone cares about Mighty Mouse. Terry Toons Comics number 38. I mean, it is an old book, 1945. 6.0 just sold for $2,000. I don't know. I mean, I guess people still talk about these old cartoon characters, but I don't think I would spend $2,000 on that. But hey, if you got that in your collection, it's moving. Next one is Thor number 2, the Inhook Lee variant. I think I have that in my box right here. Let me see. Let's see. Where's my Thors? Do I have that one? Maybe I don't. No, I don't have that one. I think I have the Thor number 1 in Lee. Yeah, I've got 2 number 2s. I got 2 number 2 covers, and I've got number 3. Yeah, I guess I'm missing that. I thought I had that. No, I don't. Oh, it's a shame. I thought maybe I had that cover. I don't think this was an incentive cover. I think it was just like a B cover. The main cover is selling for $80. The variant is sold for $150 raw this week. Wow, $150. That's crazy. The way things are going, this will probably be $500 raw in a month. Oh, I don't know, guys. Is Black Winter worth $500? The first cameo appearance of the Black Winter? I don't think it is. I mean, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth that much money. The next one's gonna hurt. The incentive cover, Thor number 5, the Ribic. Most of you know my story on this. I was supposed to get this. I put it in my pull list with Midtown, and it sat there for 3 or 4 weeks. They had me convinced that I would get this for $22. And then when they went to process the order, they said, sorry, that is not available. So somebody obviously pulled it out of my pull list at Midtown, and they fucked me over bad on that. I was upset. I sent them a nasty email. But unless you pre-order and prepay, you don't have a whole lot. There's not much you can do. I mean, what are you going to do? I'm sure they have some disclaimer on their pull list that says that the book may not be available by the time of processing. So now this is a $285 book that I had in my pull list for $22. So I don't know. I think the Black Winter, I don't see the Black Winter being worth that much. He's not a Null. There's no way Black Winter is going to be as important as Null. He's more of an entity. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see the Black Winter being that important down the road. Maybe Kate's will prove me wrong, but I think the crazy prices that these books are selling for, it's all because of Kate's, and I think it's overhyped. And I don't think long term the Black Winter will be all that significant of a villain. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong about that. I mean, maybe there's something he's tied in with Null. I don't know. But either way, that one kind of hurts. Yeah, every time I see that cover, I kind of cringe, like someone just kicked me in the balls. Let me go back to the chat because I've ignored it for quite some time. I got 23 people watching right now. It's amazing. I don't usually do late night streams, but yeah, I just felt like doing it. I don't know. I need to refill my drink here in a second. So where did I leave off? Man, I don't want to miss too much. Infamous says Thor #4 second print is up. We're in a phase of second prints going up in value. Yeah, I know. Second prints used to just be considered reprints, and they never really went up in value too much. But yeah, it just shows you that's the environment we're in right now. D says it can be a very bad thing. Speculation. It definitely can. You got to be careful. I always tell people to be careful. Sean says, I just don't know how much the story is going to be revolving around a Robin King after death metal. I just don't see them using him as much as Batman Who Laughs. Yeah, that remains to be seen. I mean, I think some people have said that they think the Robin King will be a bigger character, a bigger villain in the DC universe, bigger than Batman Who Laughs. I don't know. I think it's just good to own the first full appearance and his first cameo, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, who knows? Yeah, there is dangerous waters right now. I agree with that. Yeah, a lot of people are going to have broken hearts this week when they see Robin King is this week's first appearance, and the book they went heavy on isn't. Yep. That's the way it is. Everyone went heavy on Death Metal 3 and thinking that was his first appearance, and it's not. DC, a lot of publishers like to do that. I mean, Marvel's done that. They make you think that, oh yeah, it's going to be in this next issue, and then they surprise you with what came out the issue before. So you just, it happens. I mean, I think they like to throw collectors off for sure. Cameron says, my LCS owner told me that a customer pre-ordered 100 copies of Venom 27 so he could get the variants. Yeah, that's going big, especially if he's paying close to cover. I mean, if I could find, let me tell you, if Midtown would give me a 35% discount, I would probably do that on certain issues. I would buy 50, 100 copies. And if they gave me the variants for cover, I would probably do that on certain issues. Yeah, sometimes it can be worth it, but I got to get that discount because the point is, if I order 100 copies of Venom 27, I don't want to sit on 100 copies of a book, right? I want to sell those on eBay. I want to at least get my money back or try to get close to getting my money back. So if I get a 35% discount, I should be able to break even selling them on eBay, potentially. So I think if you can figure out through the previews and the pre-orders, which, maybe pick out 2 or 3 books that you think are going to sell well if it's just the regular A cover. Like I'm going to buy 50 copies of the A cover. And if I do that, I'm going to get the 1 in 10, the 1 in 25, or the 1 in 50. You know, I think that's the way to plan it. And with the idea that at the very worst case scenario, I'm going to sell those A covers and break even on the whole deal. And then the upside is I get those incentive covers for either for free or for cover price. So yeah, I think that's a good strategy. You got to be good at choosing the book that you're going to do that with. Like Venom 27, that was a good bet, and I think that's going to pay off for sure because it is going to be the first full appearance of Codex. That will be his first full appearance. I've already had a couple people message me. They have the book in hand. Absolutely, 27's a key book. So yeah, I mean that guy did well buying 100 copies for sure. Yeah, I think that's why Key Collector tried to downplay. By the way, just so you guys know, Key Collector, I believe manipulates the market. I don't have any proof. I'm going by the observations of others and the way things are posted on the Key Collector app. They seem to be very timely, especially when a certain YouTuber is talking about a particular book, and then literally an hour later or minutes later, boom, the book shows up on Key Collector. You know, there's some things going on there. I mean, if you think about it, comic book market's very narrow. You know, if I'm a smart guy and I have an insider at DC or an insider at Marvel, and it's not hard to do that, all right? I mean, some of these people at Marvel and DC, they don't make a lot of money. They don't, by the way. An editor at Marvel probably makes $40,000-$50,000 a year, maybe $80,000 a year. It's not a lot of money. So not real hard to call up an editor at Marvel and say, hey, you know, you give me some information ahead of time, I'll slip you some money. It would be very easy to get information ahead of time from these comic book publishers. I don't think it would be that hard at all. I think it would be very easy to do. And if you think about it, how easy would it be to work with a couple comic book shop owners, and say, hey, I got the information. This particular book's going to have a key first appearance. Boom. It's not hard to manipulate the market. I think it could be done very, very easily. And I'm not saying Key Collector does it. I don't have proof that they do it, but there seems to be a lot of evidence pointing to the fact that they do manipulate something. I don't know if it's certain issues. And maybe it's all in the up and up. Maybe it's just, hey, they're getting the information very quickly and they're getting it out to people in the field. They're getting it out to people that subscribe to the app, and boom, you know, you're getting the information that quick. Or maybe it's they have an insider. They've got somebody on the inside that's feeding them information ahead of time. I don't know. It's all speculation. Who knows? But it kind of seems just too coincidental, you know, some of the things that happen, right? And then it seems also like certain books they downplay. You know, the perfect example, and Manny the Comic Collector. If you guys go check out Manny's Instagram page, he's posted about this in the last month, copious amounts of time, regarding the controversy regarding the first appearance of Batman Beyond, Terry McGinnis, Key Collector, and Comic Tom. I mean, they definitely, CBSI, I think several sites were definitely promoting the idea that Batman Superman Annual number 4 was the first appearance of Batman Beyond in DC continuity, but that is not the case. It was very, very clear, and it's been confirmed by DC that the first appearance is Batman Beyond number 22, I believe it is, number 22. In fact, if you get issue number 22 CGC graded, it will indicate the first appearance of Batman Beyond in DC continuity. So, you know, it's very odd that they were almost in denial. They kept pushing the idea that no, it's Batman Superman Annual number 4. It's not Batman Superman number 22. But it clearly was. It clearly was. And Batman 22 came out way before the annual did. So, yeah, it's just stuff like that that just kind of drives me nuts about this industry. It is very, very small. A lot of people know each other. And believe me, I've criticized other channels. I've criticized Comic Book Collector or the Key Collector. I've criticized certain channels. And they know. It's like I know that they're either watching my channel or somebody's telling them. Because it gets back to me. So, and I'm okay with it. I don't care if people like me. I'm never going to be on the inside. I don't care about that. I do this channel because I like to do it. I don't have to do it. And I do it because of my interaction with you guys, the subscribers that watch my channel on a regular basis. So you guys know who you are. I interact with many of you on a regular, even daily basis. That's the only reason I do this channel. I'm not trying to manipulate the market. I'm not buying 1,000 issues of something. I don't do any of that stuff. And those that do it, God bless them. If they can figure out a way to get an edge, I think they're smart. Good for them. If you can find an edge, do it. But if they can't take criticism, the one thing that bothers me is when they get called out for something, they don't own up to it. And if all they would have to do is own up to it. Yep, we were wrong. Always try to be humble. I try to always be humble because there's stuff I get wrong, and I've gotten subscribers that have messaged me and say, hey, you got that wrong on your channel, man. And I love that. I want to be humble. I don't want to think that I know everything. But some of these guys, some of these channels, some of these collector apps, they are not humble at all. They will double down hard that they're right, even though they're clearly wrong. And that drives me nuts. And I think it drives a lot of people nuts because I'm seeing a lot of people speak out about it now. It's pretty interesting. All right. That's enough about that subject. Let's see, what else do we have in the chat here? Infamous agrees with me. Cover A is always the one to get. Yeah, I agree with that. Cover A is definitely always the one to go for if you're not too sure, or at least the cover that has the main character that you're looking for on the cover. That tends to be the one to go for. Yep. D says, yeah, the Frism cover is awesome. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I definitely grabbed one. I wanted to make sure I at least had one in my collection because I think that is going to be a good book to have. And I think it should be a good read. I think Al Ewing is good. He's a good writer. I think he's one of the top writers at Marvel. I'd say him, Cates, and Chip Zdarsky are probably your top three writers there at Marvel at the moment. Sean says another live purchase. Yes, I like that. I like that in Glee. I don't know if it'll be worth any money, but yeah, Infamous. Good job there. If you guys want that Frism cover for, we'll find them when they're dead. That Frism cover is beautiful, and I think in another week that's going to be gone. So if you're thinking about buying it, I think it's around $50 to $60, somewhere in that range. It's a 1 in 50. I think it's worth picking up. I like it. It's a beautiful cover. And it could be a key book. I mean, it is the first issue, so who knows? I think that long-term could be good. Oh, Infamous said sold out. Infamous will find it for us. Yeah, he'll post it somewhere, I'm sure. Chef Marco says, yeah, Venom 27, first full appearance of Codex. Yep, absolutely. It's a good book to have. I think I've got, I think I have at least 3 or 4 different store variants. I got the Momoko. I got the Kale No. God. I have the Delato. I think I have at least 4 different store variants for 27, for Venom 27. It's crazy. Infamous says Black Cape Comics has the 1 in 50. What are they selling them for? Let me see. I've used Black Cape Comics a few times. I may have actually ordered it off here. Let me see. See if they promote it on their page. They might. I'll have to type it in. I don't see where they're promoting it. A long title, though. Ooh, yeah, they upped the price. $100 now. So I think I bought this for $54 just a couple weeks ago off of Black Cape. And notice it's up to $100 now. Yeah, so the price has gotten a little higher. Yep. I'm not going to say it's a good price at $100. I don't know. That seems a little steep. I mean, I got mine for $54 plus shipping. It might have been $60, but it is an awesome cover. I mean, I love Frizen. I am gonna get her on my channel. I've messaged her once so far on Instagram. I need to hound her. Maybe she'll relent eventually. If you message somebody enough times begging them to come on your channel, maybe they will. We'll see. I can charm her. I'm good at that. All right. I'm going to quickly just get some ice so I can refresh my drink. Be right back, guys. 1 second. All right, a little refill. Just a little bit. This will help me go to sleep nicely tonight. I didn't mix it with a little milk. That'll help me sleep nicely. All right. So there's the Frizen cover. I love it. $100 though seems a little steep, but I don't know that you're going to find it cheaper than that at this point. If we go on eBay right now, I haven't checked eBay prices to see if they still have that. The only thing I don't like about it is the title so long. We will find them when they're dead. It is a long title. Let's see on eBay. All right, someone asking $90 plus $5 shipping. That's a little bit better than Black Cape. That'll be $10 cheaper. No, the 1 in 25 is nice too. It's a wraparound, but I like the Frizen cover way better. There's another one for $100 plus shipping. So there's 2 on eBay. There's a third one for 94, another one for 89, free shipping. Ooh, that's your best shot right there. So far, that's your cheapest price, $89.99, free shipping. So far, looks like 5 copies only. Oh, there's a 6th one, 89 plus shipping. Yeah, the $89.99 plus free shipping. Seems to be the best deal on that one right now. That's it. There's about 7 copies for sale, and the lowest price that I could see is $89.99, free shipping. Let me see how many of those do they have for sale. Maybe they have multiple copies. Let me see here. How many for sale? Looks like just one copy for sale. Well, that'll probably sell out pretty quick. That's the cheapest price I've seen. Comes out September 2nd. That's why you got to be early. I mean, I got this for $50. Man, it was $60 shipped. Probably $60. We'll have to see. Maybe Midtown will have it come out. Midtown lately, though, has been crazy. I mean, I have an order coming this week, and supposedly I'm getting a Something is Killing the Children number 8, the DeCall 1 in 25 variant. I paid $66 for it, which is really high. I mean, I paid more than double ratio. But that book's, what's that book selling for now? I mean, supposedly it's coming in my order. It said that it was included and it shipped. Hopefully it's in good shape. $8. I'm going to type in the call. Let's see what that's selling for. Yeah, around 180 to 200. So I do remember on my live stream I did say that I was buying 2 of them. Now I sold one of them, so I got 2 from Midtown. One I bought and paid shipping to have sent to me right away. I got it about a week and a half ago. Yeah, about a week ago. And I sold that one for about $130. So I sold one for enough money that basically the second copy that I paid $66 for, I basically got it for free, right? So that copy, the way I look at it is I essentially got it for free because I sold one for enough profit to pay for the second one. So the second one's coming in my Midtown order this week. So hopefully I'll be able to show you guys that. It is a pretty cool looking cover. I just love the cover. I mean, I don't like all of DeCall's covers, but man, that one is just, and notice there's only 5 for sale on eBay. That's it. So not a lot of those out there. I've heard that some people have complained that the book has had some printing issues, that they're, Boom Studios usually has pretty good, pretty good printing capability, but I think this one they kind of screwed up on, is what I've heard. So I don't know. But, we'll see. I should get that. I think I'll get it by Wednesday or Thursday. So maybe I will show that off in a future live stream. Thursday's show, though, with Ryan Brown, I'm probably going to just be talking to him about comic books and art. And I'll probably have a good hour and a half interview with him. I'm pretty sure I will. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, let me get back. I've gotten way off topic. Let me get back to my Covrprice weekend review. Rumored option comic books. Green Hornet. Deadline is reporting that Kevin Smith will be producing a Green Hornet series with the production company Wilbrain. The The series will be set in contemporary times, following the adventures of a reimagined Green Hornet and Kato, now the grown son of the original Green Hornet and the daughter of the original Kato, as they partnered to battle crime in Century City. The news led collectors to Dynamite Comics' 2010 series Green Hornet #4, which features the first appearance of the new Green Hornet and Mulan Kato. So there you go. That book's on fire. What's it selling for on eBay, I wonder? Looks like there is there's a retailer. There's an Alex Ross Virgin variant cover for $10 plus shipping. That seems pretty cheap. I don't think the prices have blown up on this book. I'm looking at another one asking $6 plus $5 shipping. I don't know. I don't think Green Hornet is ever going to be all that fantastic. I mean, I kind of like that it's an Alex Ross cover. It's cool. I don't know. Green Hornet. Didn't they do a Green Hornet movie before with Seth Rogen? Was it Seth Rogen? I don't know why I'm thinking that. I don't know if that's, I don't know. But there you go. Maybe that could be a good spec. It doesn't seem to be expensive on eBay. You can buy it for $10 to $12. I don't know. So there you go. If that's something that you think could go up more in value, you may want to take a look on eBay right now. What else are we watching? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #104, the Garing 1 in 10 variant. It's kind of a cool looking cover. Says right now it's pretty darn hot. This is a book to try and track down at your LCS. The variant is considered the first appearance of the Last Ronin. On the cover, Raphael, who is thought to be the Last Ronin, holds all of his sibling weapons, standing on a pile of their fallen enemies and allies. While this connection is just via the foreshadowing cover, it's starting to move. All the cheap copies have sold, and this currently stands at $15. Since then, it's completely dried up on eBay. We're watching to see if this book jumps more in price. Okay. Yeah, that could be a good speculation there. The Garing 1 in 10 from 104. Again, turtles are just on fire right now. Everything turtles seems to be crazy. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Micro Series #1. I guess this has some link to The Last Ronin. By the way, I've got a lot of Last Ronin covers coming to me. I got the Peach Momoko, 2 Virgin covers of Peach Momoko on that one. I've got the Kale No cover. Oh, there's one other one. I can't remember. Damn. That's the problem with all these covers. I can't keep track of them. There's too many. Key comic of the week is Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies #1 from Dell Comics back in 1941. That is definitely an oldie, a 10 center. First appearance of Bugs Bunny, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and Elmer Fudd. A CBCS 3.5 sold for $2,000 this past week. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a cool book. Merry Melody, yeah. That's something probably like 5 years ago. You probably could have bought that pretty cheap and a pretty high grade. Pretty cool. I mean, I like it. I don't think I would spend that kind of money on that book. Just not the genre that I'm interested in, but all right, so thanks to Matt DeVoe from Covrprice. He provides all the content on this. Covrprice is a great website. You can subscribe to it on a yearly or monthly basis. You can load your entire collection into their database, and they will track the values and also give you weekly updates via email. You can also sign up for their email for free if you want to receive their free email. You can go right to their website and just click on newsletter, and you can sign up for it. They'll send you an email every week, just like I get. And it's a good website. I like it. It's solid. It's very solid. All right, guys. What else do we want to talk about? I'm still awake. It's 11:40. Man, I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. Amazing. I still have 21 people watching. I'm amazed by that. Yeah. Okay. What else are we going to talk about here? Let me get down here. State of Comics says Green Hornet will never get hot. Yeah, I don't know. Green Hornet just, I don't know. I've never seen a Green Hornet in the wild. I've seen yellow hornets. I don't know. Sean says, I hope Justice has a stack of blue index cards. No, there's no, I mean, I might write down, I don't even know if I'll write something down. I mean, it's all in my head. I kind of know his artwork well enough. I've been following Ryan Brown for a number of years. I pretty much know all of his covers. I think ahead of time I will like Google him, and like I know he lives in Belfast. I'll try to get some like personal info. You know, I'll try to like read what I can about him personally. He's a really cool dude, though. He's really nice, and I love his accent. I mean, I love that Scottish, Irish, whatever it is, Northern Irish accent, which is funny because, you know, when I've got some, you know, people that I've been good friends with over the years that are from England or from Scotland, and they think American accents are interesting, which I always think is, because we find, you know, Americans, we find their accents compelling. Like, oh, I can listen to that guy. He has an English accent. I could listen to him for hours. And they feel the same way about Americans. So I don't know. I think it's pretty funny. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't, you know me. I mean, I'm not very formal at all. Everything's off kind of the top of my head. It's off the cuff. I don't really come in prepared too much. I mean, if I was like part of a panel of really serious comic book guys, and I was part of the panel, which I don't see myself ever really doing. I don't think I'll ever be invited to be part of a formalized comic book channel panel, but you know, maybe then I would write something down or try to like at least have some notes on hand. But yeah, I'm more of off the cuff type of guy. So I don't know. That's just kind of the way I am. What else we got here? Chef Marcos agrees, hard pass on the Green Hornet. Cameron D says, I'll take the Mary Medleys. Yeah, that Mary Medleys is kind of cool. I mean, you get a lot of first appearances in that issue. Jesus. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky the Pig. I mean, yeah, I could see that being a good book to have in your collection. But kids today, like I bought my kids, well, they were younger. They were probably 3 or 4 or 5 years old. I bought them the entire Bugs Bunny collection on Blu-ray. And I got it for them. I said, oh, this will be fun. I played like the first couple, you know, whatever, the first 30 minutes. And they were like, they could care less. They were not interested in it at all. So, you know, when I was a kid, yeah, I remember watching Looney Tunes on Saturday morning cartoons. Looney Tunes. I remember watching G.I. Joe cartoons, Transformer cartoons, X-Men cartoons. Yeah, I was a little older. I was probably late teens, early 20s when that came out, but I still kind of remember being awed by it a little bit. Yeah, it's just different today. You know, I don't know that. I don't know. Are the future generations going to care about Bugs Bunny? I don't know. Maybe not. That's the only thing I would be worried about. Is, you know, I think future generations are always going to care about Superman and Batman, and they'll be interested in those those characters. But Looney Tunes, I don't know. I mean, I got those Mickey Mouse Delato covers, and obviously people still care about Mickey Mouse. I mean, there's huge Disney fanatics. I mean, they'll go crazy for that stuff. I mean, I've had people, because I posted on Instagram, I've had people message me saying, "Hey, will you sell me one of those?" I'm like, I'll pay you. And a lot of them will pay me pretty much what they sell for on eBay. I'm just not interested in selling them right now. But yeah, it's just some of those characters, I guess, are timeless. It's crazy. State of Comics says, just to explain the cover you purchased. Oh, the In-Hook Lee, glow in the dark, right? Yep. So they're saying the Virgin cover is glow in the dark with an acetate cover of the logo on top. Gonna be fire. I agree. So is this the State of Comics that actually is part of the website? Well, that's interesting. I don't know how they got on my channel so fast, but yeah, I'm going to be purchasing it tonight. It's in my cart right now. I just need to check it out. I didn't want to do that on live stream because I don't know, people might be trying to eye my PayPal account. I usually do things through PayPal. And PayPal is good because if you have a problem, you can just like message PayPal and they usually will handle stuff for you. But yeah, State of Comics, if this is their website, I'm going to buy that tonight. So if you want to send me a discount code, if you want to send me a 10% off discount code through the chat, I would love it. And, you know, obviously that could be available to anybody that's watching the live stream. That'd be cool. If you want to do that, that'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind getting 10% off. Flooper's here. What is everyone doing up so late on a school night? No school nights, my friend. No school. My kids don't start until I think it's like the end of August, maybe like the last week of August. I don't know. It's I may be homeschooling them. I don't know. The schools, they're going to make kids wear masks. Is everybody tired of smelling their own breath? That's what I want to ask. I mean, I had to go to a couple stores today. I had to go to Walmart to take something back, and I don't, they don't let you. Where I live in Florida, you can't go into any store without a mask on anymore. You just can't. So that's my question: is everybody tired of smelling their own breath? Like I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I use mouthwash, and I'm still like it with this mask on. I'm like, God, is that my breath? Jesus. I need to start chewing more gum, I guess. I don't know. Sean says, I bought a Demon #1, found a nice copy for $25. Yeah, that is a great price. $25. Fantastic. Oh, the blue index cards. That's right. James Lipton. That's a good reference. I like that. Yes, Will Ferrell. Yeah, I love that. Will Ferrell did a great job of impersonating him. Yeah, sorry, Sean. I'm a little slow, man. That is great. Yeah, I should ask him a James Lipton question. So, what do you think? What kind of question would he ask him? Like, what interests you? Or he always asks some kind of oddball question that I think is pretty funny. So, yeah, maybe I need to. I'll have to watch. Maybe I'll watch those clips of Will Ferrell playing James Lipton. Come up with some like obscure question to ask. See if he'll answer it. Manny says, do you remember Tom and Jerry? Yes, I do. I remember watching those. Do you remember the Tom and Jerry episode where Tom is some of them were like a little racist. I mean, I think a couple of them, like, I think there was a couple episodes where Tom was the cat, right? Tom was the cat, Jerry was the mouse. I think Tom was the cat. I think there was a couple episodes where Tom was wearing like blackface. He's like singing like an old jazz song. I kid you not. I think I remember, even as a kid, I remember thinking like, yeah, that seems a little racist to me. I don't know. If you look at those old Tom and Jerry cartoons, I think a couple of them were like, Yeah, they were a little. I think they were a little racist. I don't know. Oh, Sean says, if heaven exists, what would you like God to say when you arrive? Final question from every show. Is that really his final question? Ooh, maybe I should end my interview that way. Let's see if he probably wouldn't get the reference. Yeah, he lives in Belfast. He probably doesn't even know who James Lipton is. If heaven exists, what would you like God to say when you arrive? I think God would say, why do you have to masturbate so much? What the fuck's wrong with you? That's probably what he would say to me. I mean, leave that shit alone. What the fuck's, come on. You're not 13 years old or 14 years old anymore. D says, my 14-year-old boy enjoys Tom and Jerry. That's pretty funny. My son got into, he had a phase where he was watching on Netflix. I think it was Netflix. He was watching Garfield. So I'm sitting there like doing work and stuff, and I'm hearing Bill Murray's voice during being Garfield. Just so you know, Bill Murray was the voice of Garfield. Yeah. So my son was into Garfield for a short amount of time there. State of Comics says, my little ones love Tom and Jerry. Very nice. State of Comics says, yes, I own the site. My buddy messaged me saying you were talking about it, and I got excited and jumped in. Awesome. Thanks, man. I will definitely buy that book from you. Oh, my God. State of Comics says, I'll do better than a discount. I'll throw in a free Frizen on your order once you place it. Whoa. Holy crap. All right, man. I'll take you up on that. That's awesome. Anytime you want me to promote your website, just let me know. I will get that done tonight, my friend. So I'll buy that book. And yeah, D say that is a deal. Fantastic. Can't beat that. So everybody gets 10% off. Type in checkout as a discount code, and you will get 10% off. Thank you very much, State of Comics. That is awesome of you to do that. And hopefully we'll drive some more sales. I love that book. I mean, I think Inhook Lee did a great job on that cover. So I will be purchasing it for sure. Very nice of you to do that for me. Thank you very much. Comic Connector says, holy cow, you're live streaming late. I know. I get more people saying, why don't you live stream late? I need to do it late because my wife and kids go to bed a lot of times early during the week. They'll go to bed at like 10:30. And sometimes I'm still kind of awake and alive. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do more of these. I think certainly Monday late streams could be pretty good. So I may get in the habit of doing this. Chef Marco says, I heard She-Hulk is dying in an upcoming issue, ushering in the immortal She-Hulk. I heard that as well. Make sure you're collecting immortal Hulk. And also, I think a couple issues of the Empire series, I've heard there could be something coming up in that. So, yeah, I mean, if I find out more, I'll post it on Instagram. But I think I did hear something about her, about the first real immortal She-Hulk coming up. So I'll try to narrow that down if I can, Chef Marcos. I appreciate you bringing that up. Louis the 13 is watching the Antiques Roadshow. Yeah, I've watched a few of those. I like those roadshow things, especially when someone brings in something that they didn't think was worth anything, and then all of a sudden the guy's like, "Oh, this is worth thousands of dollars," and the guy's like, "Really?" It's pretty funny. So yeah, once in a while someone brings in something that of course, I think it's staged, a lot of it, but it's good acting. the guy that sounds surprised, he's doing a good job trying to act like he's really surprised. Yeah, Bagden Horde says numerous episodes of that cartoon were very offensive. Yeah, I remember as a kid thinking, God, this is kind of. I mean, I don't think I wasn't very self-aware of. When you're a kid, you really don't really know what racism is. You know that there's black kids and Spanish kids, and their skin color is different than yours, but you don't really, like, I don't remember ever just thinking anything racist about anybody. You know, I don't know. As a kid, I think as we get older, you know, our minds get perverted, and I think we easily get led into having those, you know, stupid thoughts. But I think as kids, yeah, we don't really think of that. I remember watching that cartoon thinking, yeah, what the hell's this? So the Cameron D says, yeah, Jerry had a black face and a little gray mouse had a yeah, I mean, I wasn't dreaming that, right? They did blackface. So you know, I wonder what is maybe Tom and Jerry are being banned. They're not allowed to show their cartoons anymore. It's so funny. Yeah, Manny says, yeah, Tom did wear blackface, and Jerry one time dressed up as a drunken Indian. Oh my God, that's crazy. Bugs Bunny did too. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that stuff, a lot of those cartoons were done in what, the 50s and 60s. Yeah, there was a little bit of, yeah. Oh yeah, Foghorn. Foghorn leg. That's the rooster, right? Isn't that the rooster? I say. That guy. Oh yeah. No, we gotta pull up. Let's see if we can pull up a Foghorn. YouTube probably won't let you play it anymore because it's probably so poor. It's probably in such bad taste. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me go to YouTube. I'm going to type in Foghorn. Oh yeah, right here. I say, boy. There's the Merry Melody. See, this goes in line with our topic tonight, or one of the hot books.
What a day for tramping through the woods. I'm a chicken. Rooster, that is.
Don't give me that. You're not a chicken.
What am I then, boy?
You're a loudmouth snook.
Look here, son. I'm no loudmouth snook. This is a dog, not a chicken. Chickens don't look like dogs. Who told you this was a chicken, son? Nice boy, but doesn't listen to a word you say. Now what's that? I say, now what's that boy up to? Better check on it.
Boy.
Hey, boy, what's
That
going
accent
on here?
doesn't
What you
sound
trying
too
to do?
good.
Oh, no, back off there, son. You'll never do it. You're not strong enough. Job like
These
this
are good
gotta have a
cartoons, though.
know-how.
Man, back in the day,
There,
I used to love watching
your
these
pumpkin is
cartoons.
tied down pretty.
Got a match, mister?
Match? Match? Yeah, here you are, boy. Don't set the world on fire. These kids coming up nowadays don't even know how to tie down their pumpkins. Well, when I was a boy,
Yeah, I wonder if there's. Yeah. Yeah, I think some of that was a little questionable. Yeah. I won't get into it too much. I don't want YouTube to knock my live stream off because I'm showing too much of that. That's funny though. So yeah, I may have to go back and be like, let me see those episodes. But yeah, I definitely remember as a kid, like even back then, thinking, yeah, this is crazy. It just seemed, yeah, it definitely had some racism, little racist innuendos there, which was pretty shocking today. Obviously, you know, none of that stuff would happen today for sure. Oh, that's right, DT. Good job. Empire #4. Yeah, that's what it was. I knew it was Empire. Issue 4, which drops, I think, this Wednesday. So make sure you guys go to your comic book shop. And I think the book you want to get, there's a Ghost Rider cover. I think it's like cover C is probably the one to make sure you pick up. It's a really cool looking cover. I know it's sold out on Midtown, so I'll go to Midtown real quick so you guys can see it. Yeah, it's a Marvel book. Comes out tomorrow. Yeah, there it is. Let me share my screen real quick. Yeah, it's this one right here. So number 4, that's the one I picked up, by the way. The Alexander Lozano cover. It's the Avengers cover. It's a pretty cool cover, and that supposedly in that issue is I guess going to be the real Immortal She-Hulk, I suppose. So that I think that will be a key. I don't know if that's heating up on eBay right now or not. Let me see. See if they're selling that for. Did I spell Empire wrong? Oh, I think I spelled it right, didn't I? Huh. I don't see any listings on eBay. That's weird. Pretty sure I typed that in right. Yeah, Empire number 4. Very interesting. I'm pretty sure I typed that in right. Let me just check real quick, guys. I mean, it sold out really early on Midtown too, so I gotta imagine that might be a hot book. Yeah, I'm spelling it right. Empyre. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's any. Lozano. I'll type in Lozano. There's no listings on eBay. Wow. Well, that's the first. I don't know. Have they all been sold? Wow. What the heck? Maybe I needed to type in Marvel. Maybe. All right. Okay, sold listings. There looks like there was a cover sold for $4. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I guess you got to put Marvel in there, otherwise it doesn't come up. All right, that book's not too expensive. You can buy it right now for $8, $8.50. That might be worth getting. I think that's a good book to pick up. First appearance of the Immortal She-Hulk, so that will be a key book. And I think the cover to get is the Lozano cover. So right now you can get it on eBay. $4.49 plus shipping. Yeah, $8.50, $8.50. I don't think you're going to get it much cheaper than that. It is sold, I think, pretty much online everywhere. It's sold out at the online stores. So, and I only see one copy for sale. There's another one for $5 plus $6 shipping, so that's $11. Yeah, I think the one for $8.50. So if you, I think that's a good book to pick up for sure. So if you can't get it at your local shop, maybe grab one off eBay. Doesn't seem like there's too many listings, just a couple. There's another one for $6 plus $3.50 shipping, $9.50. So you're gonna pay $8 to $10 on eBay right now, $8.50 to $10. But yeah, I think that's a good one to pick up. I like that cover, and I like that it's got some key element to it. First Immortal She-Hulk, maybe. So what happened to the Jim Comics speculation? Wasn't the Immortal She-Hulk supposed to be Civil War? What was it supposed to be? Civil War number 4? Wasn't that supposed to be the first Immortal She-Hulk? Civil War 2 number 4? Yeah. Yeah, it says right on the listing, Immortal She-Hulk. So is that the, I don't know. So is Civil War II #4 the real first appearance of the Immortal She-Hulk, or is it Empire #4? The market shall decide. Right now, the market likes Civil War II #4. That seems to be the book that, and I think at one time this was like a $25, $30 book a few weeks ago. I know Jim's Comics had mentioned it, and it blew up right after he talked about it. Of course, he has 6,000 subscribers, so anything he says goes crazy. But it looks like it's come back down to earth, under $20 right now. So I don't know. Empire. I mean, I grabbed that Empire #4 just because, or it says it. I think DT says she dies, so, or the Immortal happens with her or something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I grabbed that issue anyways. I think you should grab it. It's a cool cover. It could be a key issue. We'll have to see. Yeah. State of Comics says, I'm hooked on the show Community right now. I love it, but holy crap, is this show so offensive? Yeah, it is. I'm just pointing out what used to happen with cartoons. Cartoons from the late 80s and 90s are terribly offensive. Yeah, they were. I mean, where are the statues being torn down of Tom and Jerry? And right, if there was a big statue of Tom and Jerry, I think it would be defaced and dismantled at this point. Yeah, weren't those wasn't there a cartoon with those crows? And I mean, I think those crows were like massively offensive too. Wasn't there? It was a Looney Tunes with some crows, and they were funny, but they were like, I think they were pretty racist. That was pretty racist too. I don't know. Just like, I don't want to play them on my channel because then my channel will be banned. Yeah, Sylvester's the cat. I remember that. The little chickie hawk, the little chicken hawk. Pepe Le Pew. I remember that. Pepe Le Pew was like a he was basically a rapist. Wasn't he, like he was always trying to get that that black cat. He kept thinking it was a skunk, or wasn't that the story? Like he would be totally called out from the Me Too movement right now. Pepe Le Pew. He was an aggressive French skunk that was constantly trying to screw the cat that he thought was a skunk. Yeah, I think that's what I remember about it all the time. Like the cat somehow got like paint. I don't know, got paint down the middle of its back, and all of a sudden, the skunk thought it was another skunk. Yeah, I think that's what I remember. Yeah, Elmer Fudd. Yeah, I think one of the best Looney Tune episodes ever was where Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck were with Elmer Fudd, and Elmer Fudd kept shooting. I wonder if that's got to be on YouTube, don't you think? Let's see if it's on there. I remember my dad watching this with me, and my dad was just laughing his butt off. Yeah, Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd. Yeah, Rabbit Season. That was it.
Say, Doc, are you trying to get yourself in trouble with the law? This ain't rabbit hunting season.
It's not?
No, it's duck hunting season.
That, sir, is an investigated fabrication. It's rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season. Rabbit fever. 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 Duck season.
All right, let's get to the point.
Duck fever. Rabbit fever. Duck season. Rabbit fever. Even. Duck. Rabbit fever.
Yeah, that's what we were waiting for.
Okay, this time you.
Yeah, I remember that as a kid, being very amused by that. The Bugs Bunny was always tricking Elmer Fudd into shooting the duck. Yeah, classic. What do we got here? D says, I found Outlaw number 1 in 50 for ratio, and the shop gave me a 10% off. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, Infamous. The cartoons are subconsciously training our minds. Yeah, Pepe Le Pew, I think he was a womanizer. He would definitely be in trouble now. Him and Bill Cosby. Manny says there was a one per store variant for Empire number 4. Was that like a thank you variant or something? Yeah, I don't think I know about that one. D says some reason Outlaw is heating up a 1 in 50 along with the wraparound regular cover. I don't know if I know that one. Outlaw? Let me see if I can pull that up. I must not have the title right. You'll have to clue me in better, D, on that one. Not too sure which one that is. Oh yeah, Cameron, that's right. It was Dumbo. That's right. It was the Dumbo movie. Yeah, the the crows were racist. I'm gonna have to watch. I think I have that Dumbo movie. Well, I have Disney Plus, so I should just pull up. I'm sure. I don't know. I wonder if Disney Plus edits those old movies, because some of them. Yeah, I think that's right. It was Dumbo. Man, I totally forgot about that. Wow. I'm gonna have to watch Dumbo again. I think I either have it on Blu-ray or I can watch it on Disney Plus. But if it's on Disney Plus, maybe they've edited it. I don't know. Maybe they took that part out. I don't know. D says 606 and Civil War have been up for debate. She dies in Civil War and comes back with a specific green in her eyes. Yeah, maybe the jury's still out on all that, right? I don't know. Doesn't she already die in Hulk 606? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Hulk. I mean, I've bought issues here and there. I got that Civil War series, but I'll have to go back and read it. I don't remember. I think I do remember her waking up in a hospital bed or something like that. State of Comics says, so what are your thoughts on Lunar offering 40% as DCBS retail, but only offering new shops who sign up 35% at Lunar? Okay, so Lunar is the distributor. Obviously, Diamond is not the only comic book distributor now. And they're offering 40% discount as DCBS retail, but only offering new shops who sign up 35% at Lunar. Yeah, so there's a 5% spread. That's called a spread. There, I don't know, 5% on how many millions and millions of comic books over a span of a year, maybe, right? I mean, it probably adds up. I mean, I get what the idea is. A lot of people don't like the idea that a comic book retailer, online retailer, is also doing comic book distribution, right? Diamond is a distributor. They don't have a store. They don't sell comic books directly to the public. All they do is they handle printing, right? Marvel sends files to the printer. The printer prints the books. The printing of the books goes to Diamond in their warehouse. Diamond, organizes the books and ships them out, to all the different local comic book shops and different retailers. So yeah, I get the conflict of interest that exists with DCBS owning Lunar, right? They own the comic book. Yeah, so DCBS owns Lunar. Retailers get a 5% less discount than retail customers. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that that's an issue. It's interesting because, I mean, I've been in comic books 30 some years, and I used to hear all the time complaints from shop owners constantly about how they couldn't stand Diamond. A Diamond fucked me again this month. They screwed up my order again this month. They shipped me a bunch of damaged books. So, I mean, I would constantly hear a lot of complaints about Diamond. So when I initially heard that, hey, there's going to be 2 new comic book distributors, I initially thought, well, that's going to be good, isn't it? Because Diamond is kind of a monopoly. And monopolies normally aren't that great because, let's face it, if you can only go to one source to get something and they control that market and they decided to be crappy at it, or they decide to screw you and maybe not screw somebody else, yeah, I mean, I can understand how that really makes people upset. I see both sides. I do. I think there's probably some shop owners that have hated Diamond for years and feel like, oh, finally we have another comic book distributor that I can go to because I don't want to go to Diamond as much. Yeah, I see both sides of it. And I've noticed Midtown, by the way, they have definitely upped their prices on a lot of things. A lot of their comic books do not sell near ratio, especially if the book is hot. Something is killing the children. 1 in 25 is a perfect example. I mean, it always used to be with Midtown that they would have their incentive books would be pretty much at ratio. So if it was a 1 in 25, it would be a $25 book or slightly less. If it was a 1 in 50, it'd be a $50 book or slightly less. Now, that's Something is Killing the Children #8. That was a 1 in 25 that they offered at $66. Why? Because they knew that the market was much higher than that. So they knew, hey, we can make more money. We can increase our profit on that particular book. And that's what they did. So I mean, I see both sides of it. I mean, I do want there to be more competition against Diamond, because I do think that you don't want a business to sort of just feel like, well, they have to go to us. So then it kind of gives them the ability to screw people over. I mean, I see both sides of it. I think it's for the first year or two, it's going to be a problem. And yeah, there is a conflict of interest. I see that, no doubt about it. Yeah, and, Billy from Economics and Comics, he did do a nice job explaining that conflict regarding DC's distribution. I mean, I get that. I mean, I agree with that in concept. But I don't know. I kind of want to see the industry morph a little bit. I kind of want to see a couple distributors, and I think there are going to be some pains in the first few years. I want to see what, I'd say let's reassess at the end of a year from now. This time next year, let's just see how it all pans out. That's kind of my viewpoint on it. Like, I'd like to see how it works. And I realize there's going to be problems and issues. Yeah, I'd like to just see, maybe give it some time and let's see how it works. I think that would be my response to that. State of Comics says Diamond has been awesome in the several years we've been open. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of retailers that have liked Diamond and said they're doing a great job. And then I've talked to other shop owners that can't stand them. So, I mean, I think you're going to get that, you're going to get that across the board. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'd say let's give it a test run of a year and see how it goes. And maybe at the end of the year, if it's still a disaster, and then maybe it needs to go back to one distributor. Maybe a monopoly is needed. I mean, Amazon's a monopoly. And yeah, you could be upset about Amazon destroying a lot of local businesses, but they also, the reason the government hasn't come in and dismantled Amazon is because it's been good for the consumer. The prices have gone lower and lower, and margins are thin at Amazon. But overall, it's been pretty good for the consumer. I don't know. Those are some very difficult issues. I don't certainly have the answers for them. I don't think I'm smart enough to figure out. Yeah. Manny says there's tons of videos of LCSs showing how Diamond shipped them down. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Is it's a very complicated issue. And I don't know what the exact answer. I'd like to see some time pass and just see how it works out. Maybe these other distributors will do a good job and play fair, and maybe they'll do the right thing. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that I think we'll need some time to see how it works out. I think that's the answer. Yeah, one per store. Midtown. Yeah, that's something new too, right? They used to never do that. So if a book's really hot, they'll do one per store. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've not been the happiest with Midtown in the last 6 months to a year. They've had some issues for sure, more than I've ever seen. Chef Marco says, I have a feeling Diamond has the ability to influence the market. Yeah, I mean, they do. Flooper says, when did Silver Surfer Black #4 become a 300? Yeah. I mean, I've told all you guys my story on that. I had a eBay seller buy that from me. I think I sold it for like $45. And I shipped the book to him, and he ended up canceling the order because I guess it sat on some mail guy's truck for 2 or 3 weeks. So the guy canceled the order that was living in New York, and I flipped out. I was like, oh crap. I refunded the guy's money, and I just wanted to see if I could get the book back. And I finally found a mail carrier in New York that I gave her the tracking number and all that stuff, and she found the package. It was like sitting in someone's truck for 3 weeks. So, the virus has caused all kinds of problems. I think New York has got a lot of issues because it seems like they were telling me like, oh yeah, we just got stuff that was sent a month ago, and we just finally got it. I don't know. So I ended up getting the book back. The good news is I got the book back. I refunded the buyer the $45 back. I ended up getting the book back completely in mint condition. Luckily, I sent it in a Gemini mailer, but I had it in a really thick, one of those thick top loaders. So, you know, it was perfect shape. I got it back in perfect condition. I refunded the guy his money, and yeah, I'm not gonna sell the book now. I mean, so in that span of time, when I sold it for $45, it went from $45 value to whatever, you know, now it's $350. I think by the time I got it back, it was like a $200 book. So it's gone up again. It's gone up since then because I didn't know it was even $300. I didn't even know it was over $300 now. So yeah, I mean, it's Kate's, it's tie into Null, and it's Momoko, and it's a 1 in 25. I mean, it's like perfect storm for that book to go crazy. State of Comics says, I'm all for Lunar and UCS, but DC needs to install a map. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of retailers are upset with DC right now. They're coming out with their books on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays, and I think that's screwing some people up. Yeah, I totally get that. D says Midtown knows all about the hot ratios. They watch shows like yours. I don't think too many people are watching my show. I mean, there's 22 people watching my show, and I have 750 subscribers. I'm a flea on the back of an elephant compared to some other channels out there. I'm not manipulating anything. Trust me. I don't have enough people that follow me to do that. It's pretty funny though. Yeah, chefs, I kind of agree with that. You got to break some eggs. Yeah, I mean, sometimes to really grow, you're going to have to like go through a growing pains type of thing. Yeah. State of Comics says, yeah, I had a lot of complaints about UCS and Lunar at first, but now over the hump, I enjoy Lunar and getting books 6 days early. Yeah, that definitely helps. I also get my DCD discount, so I'm okay. All right. State of Comics, I really appreciate you being in the chat. It's awesome. I will definitely purchase that book from you tonight, and I appreciate you offering me that Frizen. I'm going to try to get her on the channel. I mean, I would love to get her on the channel. I only messaged her one time, and I usually get people. I mean, I've gotten Ryan Brown to come on. I've got Aaron Bartling to come on. I'm going to have Esteban Salinas come on in a couple of weeks. I mean, I should have 3, pretty top artists coming on my channel over the next 3 weeks. So we're going to have some really good content coming up. I'm going to enjoy it, especially talking about art, because I love getting into the details with people. Like, how did you create that effect? Like, I can't wait to pull up their Instagram of their finished artwork and just like dive in. Like, hey, let's look at this picture. How did you create that image right there? How did you sketch that out? I mean, I'm interested in the process. So, hopefully you guys are as well. We'll see how that goes. So people are mentioning Spawn 301 third print. Wow, is that up to $140? Jesus. I didn't even know about that. Yeah, let's look at it real quick on eBay. I love that documentary, by the way, on McFarlane on Sci-Fi. I highly recommend you watch it. It was very good. Oh yeah, that's a ASM 300 homage. Black and white. Yeah, I can see why that's a hot book. Let me share my screen, guys. Spawn 301. Yeah, I mean, I can see why that's a big book right now. ASM 301 300 homage. Whew, man, that's an expensive book. I didn't even know about that. $170 to $200 range now. Holy crap. Yeah, not too many for sale. Only 4 or 5. That's it. Interesting. Yeah, if you're a big Spawn, I got some Spawn books. I used to have a lot of the early Spawns when I was a kid. I sold them all. I sold out my collection. I had somebody offer me some crazy money for them. I sold them. I mean, back in the day, there was a lot of people speculating on Image books, if I remember correctly. State of Comics says Frizen and Bartel are my two favorite. Yeah, I mean, I love Bartel too. Frizen I really like. Yeah, some really good female artists. I like Carla Cohen a lot too. Her Vampirilla covers are freaking awesome. And she's getting a little more well known, but she's not super well known yet. She's not like up to where Frizen is or Bartel, but I like Carla Cohen. I think she's good too. There's some really, really good artists out there right now. A lot of them, really good ones. Yeah, Blackbird, Bartel. Yeah, I think I've got those Blackbird issues with Bartel's artwork. Yeah, it's a good book. State of Comics to see a Frizen 1 in 50. The Bartel also. Yep, those are awesome looking covers. Look, I love how everybody's like getting their Instagram. They're all communicating with each other. That's awesome. That's what I like. I feel like I'm helping build this little community of all of us, and we're kind of like we're gonna share ideas, and we're all gonna like feed off the good vibes. Let's see here. Check tomorrow. Yeah, third print was a $60 book until Justice blew it up. I don't think I blew up that book, did I? I don't even remember mentioning it. Since I mentioned it on my show, I don't even remember. I might have had too much whiskey that day. I think that's the problem. Some of my shows, I've said some things that I don't really recall saying. That's funny. Let's see here. State of Comics says Carla Cohen's son and Fiona. Yeah, Fiona Staples. I don't think about Fiona Staples that much because she's, normally I think of her because of her work on Saga, which obviously Saga's been on a hiatus for quite a while now. But yeah, I know she does a cover here and there. She did one recently too. She did a cover for one of the was it a Boom Studios book? I think she did a cover for one of the independent titles. I think it was Boom Studios. But yeah, I like Fiona Staples. She's awesome. I've been collecting Saga since it started. That's right. Infamous is chasing comics. He's got a great Instagram account. He's always posting stuff. Boondocks 90. What's up, my friend? You've got more influence than you realize. If 10% of your subs go hunt for a book on eBay, yeah, well, I suppose that's true. I always think about myself in comparison to like Jim's Comics or Billy's channel, Economics and Comics. I mean, I'm a small player versus those guys. That's okay. I like the way it's going. It's flowing well. It's 301 a key. I think it is a key. It's the first. It's the 301 is technically the longest running independent title, right? 300 matched. It tied the Dave Sim. I think Dave Sim from Cerebus had the longest running independent title prior to McFarlane beating it. So 301 beat it. So I think that's why 301's the key book, is it basically beat out Cerebus for the longest running independent title. Thanks, Chef. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna, I think I'm gonna do one of these. I mean, I've been on 2 hours and 30 minutes. It feels like it's only been half that time. Bagden Horse says, you blew up Daredevil 2 second print. Yeah. Killlock. Yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, the DC John Carpenter book. Yeah. Yeah, there's some, you kind of forget the community is pretty small. I mean, if you've got enough people watching your channel, I mean, you can't obviously influence a few books talking about it, just talking about it. State of Comics says, anyone see the animated history of Venom short? Oh, is that on YouTube? I'd like to see that. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'll have to look for that. Thanks, State of Comics, for bringing that to our attention. Manny says the Miles Morales #1, yeah, Fiona Staple variant, 1 in 50. Wow, you have that, Manny? Shit, that's a huge book. $40. I think if that's graded 9.8, that's in the thousands. That's a super huge book. Wow. Boy, Manny's got the hot books, man. That is a huge book. All the trees were once seeds. That's true. Don't they say that like one of the largest tree, the sequoia tree, like the seed is like one of the tiniest seeds actually, and it's one of the biggest trees. So yeah, it's a good saying. Justine Franny, yeah, I think Franny's doing some good work. I got an exclusive cover by her coming to me in the mail in the next few weeks. I'll be highlighting that when it comes. Infamous says, yeah, there was a time when people went crazy for Wolverine's daughter and then Colossus's daughter, specs left and right, first appearances. Who knows where things fall in a year? Yeah, I'd agree. So my viewpoint is the stuff that's out right now this year, Punchline's first appearance, first full appearance, Hella Riz #3, that will be a key book and will be a hot book for a long time. I think Batman 89 will still be a good book to have as well. And definitely Dark Knight's Death Metal, Legends of the Dark Knight, that 1 in 25, that's going to be a hot book for a while. I think those two books are going to be huge. And I'm trying to think what else is going to be really, really key this year. Those were the two big characters. One from DC and one from Marvel. Obviously, the Venom run and the Thor run are going to be hot. I'm not as hot on Black Winter as a lot of other people are. I just, villains don't usually hold their value as well as heroes. I think Null is the exception. I think Null is going to be like Thanos. He'll be, in a Marvel movie. I think Null's going to be a big. That Venom 3 book is still going to go higher. So I get people messaging me all the time saying, "Hey, should I still buy? Venom 3 is $100, $150 now. I think I should buy a copy." I tell them, yeah, if you don't own it, you should at least have one copy in your collection. I know the prices are high, but I mean, there hasn't even been a trailer dropped of Null. Can you imagine what he'll look like if they do a trailer of Null? Oh, that book's going to go nuts. I still think there's a lot more room for that book to go higher. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, I've been on this stream for 2 hours and 38 minutes. That's a long time for me. It's 12:38. I'm getting tired. I'm probably going to be checking out here. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Infamous is one of our moderators. Chef Marcos, DT, Manny the Comic Collector, Bagged and Hoarded, Chef Marcos, State of Comics. Thank you very much, State of Comics. I will be placing that order tonight. I appreciate you offering me that book. It's really nice of you to do that. I will love to have you on the chat again. I mean, I'll definitely promote your website to my subscribers, and they will definitely go on there and buy books from you. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a few people going on there to buy it just because I'm buying it. I'm usually right on the money. If I'm buying a book, it's probably a good idea. You should be buying it. So yeah. Again, State of Comics website, the N-Hook Lee exclusive cover, glow-in-the-dark acetate cover of, it's that long title. What's it called again? No, I can't remember. Here, let me go to State of Comics' website real quick so I don't forget it. It's the oh yeah, we'll kill them when they're dead or something like that. Here it is. You can sign up for their free newsletter. Let me pull it up. Exclusive covers. Yeah, they got some nice exclusives. I got it broken down by incentives too, which is nice. I like that. Because sometimes I want to look at exclusive covers, but I only want to look at the incentive ones, the 1 in 25s, the 1 in 50s. So the website's nice to have that. I like that there's a option to go directly to incentive covers. That's nice. I like that. That's perfect. Yeah, that's definitely the way you should have it. Oh yeah, we only find them when they're dead. See, that's the problem. It's such a long title. Yeah. Here it is. So the exclusive title, the exclusive cover. I'm buying this tonight, guys. I suggest you do the same. We only find them when they're dead. In-hook Lee glow acetate cover. It's freaking awesome. I mean, that's what it looks like when the light is shining on it, and then turn off the lights in your room and it looks like that. I mean, who doesn't love that? That is freaking awesome. I love it. I'm going to be buying this tonight. I just think it's a cool cover. In-hook Lee, one of the hottest artists going right now. So yeah, definitely pick that up. I'm going to grab my copy tonight. So again, guys, I will be back on here for sure on Thursday. I'll have Ryan Brown. Ryan Brown is a fantastic artist. If you go to his Instagram account, Ryan Brown Art. Yep, Ryan Brown Art. I was right. So obviously he's done some really awesome covers, and we are going to be speaking with him on the show on Thursday. It's going to be early. I'll send out notification probably tomorrow as to the exact time of the show, but hopefully I'll at least spend about an hour with him. I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions about his process, his art, how he comes up with these covers. I mean, just look at his Instagram account. It's phenomenal. So I'll be going over that in detail with him on Thursday. So look for that. I'll send out notification early. I'll also send out notification on my Instagram account so you guys are well aware of it ahead of time. And that's it, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me in the chat. Again, all of you are awesome. Thank you, State of Comics. Hopefully you get some nice sales tonight from a lot of my subscribers on that book. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. If you need to message me, you can, of course, message me in the comments on YouTube, or you can also look me up on Instagram, Justice for Comics. Feel free to message me anytime on Instagram. I always respond to my messages, and any questions that you have, feel free to pop me a note. Be more than happy to address anything that you want to look at. All right, guys, have a good evening, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Thanks a lot.